Hey guys, so I'm on week 1.5 of the keto cleanse. Not keto cleanse, keto diet. And I've had my first kind of like need some chocolate craving. Might be because my feminine time of the month has arrived and it's usually when I want sugar. So I'm eating fudge because I'm too impatient to let it sit in the fridge and actually be fudge. But I've crafted my own kind of ketogenic fudge recipe. I think there's probably lots on the internet, but I'm also having some bowel issues, so this is a pretty intimate post because I'm talking about all this kind of stuff. But I'm thinking that it's due to the lack of fiber that I usually get from vegetables. I'm still eating a lot of vegetables, just not as many as I used to do, so it's affecting my bowels in maybe not such a good way. So I'm trying to figure out how to increase my fiber. So I've got some Fiber Smart here, which is awesome because it's flaxseed fiber and it's got a couple other things like marshmallow root, slippery elm bark that are really good for absorption, and I think I'm having some fat malabsorption issues. I'm taking some digestive enzymes for that. So I've got Fiber Smart. I still have to make it high fat because everything's got to be about fat in this diet, and I've got some pumpkin seed oil that I put in it, and then I would have put almond butter. I don't have any, so I'm going with good old peanut butter. Not so hot if you have allergies or digestive issues, but it's basically what I had around the house. And, of course, plain old cocoa powder, unsweetened. Then I decided to sweeten it. Thus far, I've been not sweetening anything. I've just been eating it as is, but I thought this might be a bit too bitter. So I added this unassuming green packet of stuff, which is actually organic stevia powder. So this is actually what stevia looks like ground up. And the stevia that you buy in the store is white. So it kind of gives me a little bit of a, well, if sugar's so bad for us and it's refined and it turns white because cane sugar is actually brown, and you refine it, it becomes white sugar. Maybe it's the same thing with stevia. If you're refining it to be an extract and you're kind of disregarding everything else about the plant, maybe it's actually not as good for you as they say. So anyways, I'm just sticking with the real stuff, and it's not like the best tasting sweetener I've ever tasted. I much prefer honey or maple syrup, but this doesn't count as a carb, and it doesn't affect your blood glucose levels like honey and maple syrup do, even though they're wonderful healthy sweeteners. So I gotta say, this is hitting the spot right now. It's great to eat no matter kind of what diet you're following. If you can just ditch the peanut butter and get some almond butter, both coconut oil and pumpkin seed oil are such great fats for energy. This is a perfect way to get your chocolate fix without reaching for a chocolate bar. It literally took me a minute to dump all this thing in my bowl and stir it around. Like I said, I'm too impatient to actually put it in the fridge and let it turn into actual fudge, but you could do it. You could put it into an ice cube tray mold, throw it in the freezer, and pop it out, and you've had little frozen fudge things. And it's going to be good for my gut because I put some Fiber Smart in there. You can just use ground flaxseed. You can use psyllium seed husk, though you'd want to use a tiny bit because it absorbs so much of its weight. But yeah, that's just one of the kind of go-to snacks that I threw together on this diet that I'm trying, and it's yummy, and yeah, that's about it.